other, then we gonna criticize each other.
Yeah, go ahead.
Be honest.
Then go ahead, criticize. That's what it's about.
Yeah,
I don't have any criticizing to say.
She laughed at you when you were a witch. Tell her the truth. She laughed at you.
Oh.
If I was you, I wouldn't take that.
Oh no, I didn't laugh at her. I laughed at y'all. Y'all were funny
No,
about
you
what you
don't.
were telling her. That was funny.
And that was it.
It was fun.
What was that? Sorry.
I told her that I thought it was disrespectful, and that was it.
Okay. I'm just
Did I
saying,
not?
if I were you, I wouldn't take that shit.
Well, but
I'm
you're
just
not
saying.
me.
Fresh.
Okay.
Exactly. You see, I like the way you think, girl.
Because you're making a break up fresh.
Okay.
I like the way you think.
All right.
Okay.
Fantastic. What about you?
So I rated her, and I did rate her a 10.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, baby.
I rated her a 10.
Of course.
It's 1 out of 10. No.
The reason why I rated her a 10, though, so I get to explain myself just a little tiny bit.
Sure,
So
go ahead.
if I was her, I would rate her something else, but I'm not her. So by the way I look at her, I accept her however she is, because that means she feels good that way. See what I'm saying?
All right. This is why women should never criticize each other. Why? What about you?
So I rated her. I
Uh-huh.
think she's beautiful. The most amazing skin. The only thing I would add is maybe like another nose piercing right here.
Another nose piercing.
Like
What
right
the
here.
fuck? I have it.
You do?
Look at the
Oh,
one right
you
there,
do?
but it's coming
Okay.
right up.
I just think that'll look really cute.
I already have it. Now I'm gonna put it on tomorrow.
Okay. Boom,
All right.
period.
Okay, another nose ring. What about you?
Hey, I rated her. I think you're absolutely beautiful. You have clear skin. I think.
Bruh.
Okay. I would say maybe highlights and layers in your hair. Give it
I
a
haven't
little-
dyed it
little
in like a
something.
year.
You have really pretty.
I
curly
dyed
hair,
it,
but I feel like
black,
like a
but-
little like
Flair.
yeah.
A little bit of flair. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
If you know this, right? That was a compliment at the beginning. Then,
Yeah.
you know, girl, you could do this.
Yeah.
No, I love that. I
What
love that
about- what
opinion.
about
Thank
you?
girl?
What is your?
So I rate her a 10.
Yep.
I think she's beautiful,
Uh-huh.
gorgeous, sexy, nice makeup,
Uh-huh.
nice body. She's a 10. But no one rated her, so I want to rate her.
Oh, go ahead. I knew this was coming. Go
she's
ahead.
Okay.
I think she's a 10. She's beautiful. She's cute. She's amazing.
More clit licking. Fantastic. And that's it. No critiques.
No, women shouldn't criticize each other. We just support each other.
But they
Everybody
do
is
anyways.
But they do it anyway behind your back. That bitch.
Only
No,
the bitches
you
we
can do
don't.
it
It's
in
about she got
private.
dolphin teeth.
Yeah,
No,
girls are too.
but
Yeah.
there's
Girls-
constructive
To the person
criticism.
in
Like
private where
I
there's
do
no
believe
one
that women
around.
should like critique each other. Why not? I mean, if you're walking out and you got a stain in your underwear or something, I'm not gonna let you walk
Yeah,
out like
but
that.
I'm not gonna say it That's in a little public bit so everyone
different.
else can
Yeah.
notice.
But
I'm
if
gonna,
you're walking in public, I'm gonna catch you in public, and I'm still gonna
I'm
tell
gonna
you.
set you apart and tell you about it. I'm not gonna say it
But
in public.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, in the group chat, you're gonna be like, that girl with the frizzy hair.
But in
She smell like
friends,
shit.
I
in
am the girl with
private.
the frizzy hair.
All right,
There's
man.
a saying.
All right.
If you can't fix it in 5 minutes, don't mention it. It's rude. It's rude. You know?
I've never heard that saying before.
But like, what if they have like a booger in their nose and like?
You can fix
Well,
it
but
in
that's
5
not a
minutes.
criticism.
You
Yeah,
know?
but you
You're
want
not
to tell them
criticizing.
because what if they have like they're talking to other people and they got a whole
Right.
big ass booger?
Let me ask a question.
Can you fix it in
Hey, how
5
about
Or
this?
minutes?
How
like I've
about
had
this?
lipstick in my
You
How
gotta
about
tell
this?
them.
How about this? Do you think women are honest with each other in general? Yes or no?
No.
No.
Hold on. What was that? No?
I mean, not all the time. I'm honest with my friends, with the people I care about. But if I see her, like,
So you just
if I
quite
don't
literally
like-
lied to her. Fantastic.
No.
Good for your friend. All right. What about you? Are women honest to each other in general?
No.
Why not?
I think women try to more uplift each other and are afraid to, make a small comment or adjustment just for like their self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to like hurt it or try to make them feel some type of way. So they try to protect them more.
Okay. Do you think women are honest with each other? general?
I think like in general, no, but like I am, especially like with my friends. I don't play that. If you looking dusty or something's going on, I'm gonna let you know. You're looking dusty. You need to fix this before we get out. Cause
So
I'm
only
not
your
gonna.
friends.
But like if I see a girl on the street and she looking a little crazy, I'm gonna be like, listen, I mean, you need to fix this up, or what's going
She
on.
didn't fight you though.
I don't give a fuck. At least I told you. What about your friends?
What
Nobody
did you
told
rate, by the way, when you rated? Did you rate her? Or did you rate her?
I rated her, but
rated her.
but she's hot too.
Okay,
so
well, give one
everyone-
critique that you would give her.
I already did.
Well, say it one more time.
I was talking about the nose. Like she could put like
Nose
another
ring.
nose ring. Like that'll look hot too. What?
You think that would actually help?
Yeah, I used to have my septum pierced. So like I like these piercings. I used to have actually both of them pierced. Oh, I had both of them pierced before and the septum. So like, I like piercing.
Interesting, because your rating doesn't reflect that you gave her, but that's fine.
I put 9.
9.
I did this.
Okay, interesting. What about, okay, so what about you? Do you think men and women are honest with each other?
No, I do not.
Sorry, women are honest with each other. No?
I think they're really fake with each other.
Why?
I think it's because I don't know. You should ask women. I really, I don't get
That's
it.
what I'm doing.
Yeah, I know, but I think like a man. I said that from the beginning. Like
I don't know about that.
I was built different, so I don't know. But I definitely don't think women are honest with each other because. So you see, I'm a life coach, and I deal with a lot of women, and a lot of women have friends, and then they come and they tell me, and I'm like, why don't you tell them that? So how come you feeling some type of way, but you don't come and you tell that to your so-called friend? See what I'm saying?
As a life coach, is that one of the most annoying things when you coach women, that it's very difficult to be honest?
It's not that it's one of the most annoying things. It's not, it doesn't come off as annoying because it's so common.
Okay.
So it's just like, I already expect that from a lot of people. So it's not that it's annoying, but it's kind of like, okay.
You coach men and women?
I do both.
Who takes criticism better?
Definitely men.
Interesting.
Very, very interesting.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. Do you think women in general are delusional?
Pretty much, yeah.
have to be.
Yeah,
You
and
have to be.
at some point in their lives, I think maybe it all depends on everything that they go through in life. And at some point, you might come to some, sanity, and then start seeing life different.
Right.
But until that hits you,
When they get older, right?
definitely.
Yeah.
That's when it hits them, you think, when they get older?
That's what it hit me.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Okay.
We couldn't
All right.
tell.
What about you? Do you think women are honest with each other in general?
I think it just depends on how in touch you are with like yourself, like we're all humans
Oh my
having
God.
excuse me, can you just like hear me out for a
I'm
second?
listening very
We're
closely.
listening.
So we're all humans having human experiences, and some people just aren't comfortable with themselves and are older and jealous and shit like that, like to the right of me. So and I just feel like it's unnecessary. Like it's really unnecessary and it's disrespectful. And there's a difference between being honest and disrespectful.
But the question was,
Because-
you kind of deflected. The question is, do you think women are honest with each other in general? You gave reasons for why they might not be necessarily.
I'm very honest with everybody.
Well, I didn't ask if you are. I asked, do you think women in general are honest with each other?
No, because I think a lot of women are insecure because of this right here.
What's this?
What do you mean by this right here?
We're all like criticizing each other for what?
Do
We're
you
all
think-
humans having human experiences. What are we doing right now?
Fair enough, but wouldn't it be fair to say that women are rarely criticized on the internet, like publicly? I think that's a big reason why this
No,
platform
they
is
definitely
so.
are. I'm on TikTok. I get criticized like all the time for my lips, but I also get so much love for like who I am. So
Yeah.
like I just don't think that it's nice to like put people against each other like this and like to criticize each other. It's not nice.
But doesn't growth come from criticism?
Not really.
Constructive.
Really?
How do you improve that?
Not criticism. It comes from like experiencing and learning and like reflecting, not necessarily on what someone else says, but has to say, but like from what you take from it. No,
But reflection is typically a response to some type
but
of
it's
adversity.
self-reflection on after what has happened.
Are
right?
you realistically going to self-reflect though if people aren't telling you the truth about your inadequacies?
What?
Exactly. Are you going to actually sit there and self-reflect if no one gives you something to reflect on? If you tell someone
Yes,
they're perfect and they
but-
can't change or whatever, are they going to feel the need to go look at themselves in the mirror and say, "Yo, can I fix something?"
Nope. Gotta be honest.
Yeah, I know it's a
What
crazy
does it
concept.
have to do with like what I'm saying though?
It has everything to do with what you're saying.
Like
So-
because if someone's saying that, we're not all sitting around in a group and like whatever. I'm kind of just done with this because it's kind of just I don't like taking a part of like just putting people down for no freaking reason at all.
You know,
Put
I
people
feel
down.
like sometimes it's not about putting people down. It's just like we said before. It's just like a place of growth. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like with men, it's a little bit different. Like we can tell each other straight up. Like my boys would tell me, "Hey, dude, like you're getting fat, or you're being a dick," or they'll just say it straight up. But like,
Yeah.
whether it's behavioral, physical, financial, work related, and you know, it stings, but it's always from like a good place because you're only going to go up when you hear these kind of comments. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
you're only going to get better. You're only going to grow and self-reflect. If you ladies just tell each other you're good, you're the best, you're a 10, you're a 10, you're always going to be capped at how far you can move up in life, and you're just always going to be the same.
But
Yeah.
your body isn't everything.
That's true. It's not, but at the same
And
time,
how the freak do my lips look like somebody's pussy? That's
She's still
the
stuck on
fuck?
that.
stuck on that. That's
I
why.
am upset about it. So, like, I don't think
Okay.
I thought that was very rude.
Here's the point of self-reflection as well. Letting go.
No, no, no.
When you
That's
let
not
go-
self-reflection. I like the way my lips look.
Mhm.
First of all,
well, end of the day, that's all that matters.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you're happy with
Right.
yourself,
And
fuck
I
what
guess,
everyone else
but
thinks.
I don't think that somebody needs to be disrespectful and say how they feel about what I do with my body. You know, like what I like to see when I look in the mirror.
All right, I understand your point, but you gotta. But see, here's a problem. You let something that happened earlier, right, affect your emotional
no,
state,
no.
which directly influenced your answers to the
How
question.
many people are watching
I
this?
simply asked you.
How many people are watching this?
We got probably around 20,000 or so between YouTube and
Right.
Rumble.
Hell yeah.
20 to 30,000. So what I'm saying is that you let, right, her comment earlier bother you to the point where when I asked you an objective question, you couldn't answer it. You deflected it. You made an emotional response. And that is my point, is that we live in a world nowadays where it's the feels before the reals. No one can criticize women.
But it's
right?
not real. That's
What's not real? What's not real?
Her opinion is not.
But that's not what I asked you.
factual.
That is not what I asked you.
What did you ask me?
So you don't
then?
even remember the question. That's the problem. You're so enraged from what she said earlier that you can't even
No, I'm
objectively answer the
enraged
question.
by this entire thing because I just think it's disrespectful and fucked up. Honestly. It's
So you're
disrespectful.
letting your emotions clout your answers and your
No,
judgment.
I'm not. I'm just looking at it from like a complete like out of body like we are completely beyond our bodies.
I
You
think
know?
we're still here in our bodies right now.
There.
We're still here right now.
I don't know. I think I'm still in Australia.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the thing. The reason why this podcast is so popular is because one of the few platforms where we actually tell women how things are and we criticize them. Because here's the thing. Women can't be criticized in today's day and age, right? If you criticize a woman, it's considered fucked up, misogynistic, dickhead, whatever it may be. But men, on the other hand, are criticized all the time.
Yeah.
You know, because men must face reality and must improve to get what they want. Women, though, don't. Y'all can just live in a delusional world, wear your makeup, be pretty, be inadequate, and somebody will simp for you and make you feel better. Men don't get that privilege. So when you criticize a girl, it's like, oh my God, my feelings, etc. I just asked you a general question. I asked you, do women lie to each other in general? And you couldn't even answer the question. You deflected it and like, well, I don't know,
You're
and
not
blah, blah,
hearing
blah.
me out, but you're not hearing.
You're not
me
answering the
out.
question. You're going into a whole other tangent that doesn't have to answer the question.
Trust me, we
Because
heard
you're
you.
so triggered right now.
We
I'm
heard you.
not
We heard you.
triggered. I'm not
You're
triggered.
extremely triggered.
No. I just don't like. Whatever. It's fine. It's cool.
You're giving emotional responses.
No, I'm not. I'm letting it go because like it's
Yeah,
just
just
not
let it go.
worth it.
Let it go. Trust me, it's better that way.
That's what I'm doing.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
All right, moving on smartly. God damn.
All right. Do you think women are honest with each other in general?
Fresh.
No, I think a lot of women are jealous bitches and really don't give a fuck. But I do know a lot of women who will tell you if you look like shit or there's something, you do your hair or you're fucking up in life. Like I do know a lot of girls that will tell you.
Okay.
And I'm like that. So
Okay. But would you say you guys are the minority then?
I know I'm not the minority. I put myself in a different category from a lot of people. But yeah, there are a lot of bitches that will do that.
Wouldn't that by definition make you the minority because you're putting yourself in another category that isn't common?
Yeah. Different.
That is the minority.
That's what I said. Yes. That's what I said.
Well, she means the minor
I
minority.
said yes,
The
that's
minor
what I
minority.
said.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Because I said before, you're like, no. And I was like, okay. All right. What about you? Do you think women are honest with each other in general?
I think it depends. Sometimes you want to be honest with each other,
Mhm.
but you could be afraid of how, not afraid, but like you think about it twice because of what the other person might think. And, so a lot of the times we just keep it to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I'm really good friends with her. So if I feel or think anything where I think she looks wrong or she's doing something that's not right,
Yeah.
I tell her because
Yeah.
I know her
Mhm.
and I know how she's going to take it.
Mhm.
But there's other people that don't know how to take constructive criticism. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
That's funny.
I would say for the most part, no.
Mhm.
I think women are more emotional people.
Yeah.
So I think, we don't want to hurt each other's feelings.
Yeah.
And if I'm like, "Oh, girl, I look bad," like you're not gonna really hear another girl like, "Yeah, girl, you look bad." You know what I mean? Like, I don't really see that being the case for the most part. And I also think it depends on the relationship of the women.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if you guys are like really friends like that,
Mhm.
like I'm not gonna, if my friend isn't looking right or, if she's wearing an outfit, I'm like, all right, you need to
You have
wear
to
something
tell her.
else. You know what I mean? So I think it just also depends on the relationship of the women itself.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. What about you?
Yeah, I would say women are not honest to each other because like we're just scared of like, just hurting that person's feeling and just being honest and just like vocalizing like the things that needs to be said to like, I just don't want to hurt their feelings basically.
Okay.
So we're just not honest.
Do you
We're
think,
emotional.
Do you think men and women?
We're very
Do you think women are
emotional.
honest to each other with each other in general?
Well, from my personal experience,
Yeah.
what I've experienced around women,
Yeah.
well, I think yes, because I surround myself by very powerful women that tell me straight to my face what
Now,
they
in
think.
general. So, in your experience, they're honest. But what about women in general? Then, do you think they're
Well,
honest
from
with each
the
other?
women I know, they're honest to each other. If there's other people out there that are fake, I wouldn't know because I have never met them or
Okay.
seen them be fake.
All right. Let me ask you a question. If you got a criticism from a male friend versus a female friend, whose criticism would you take more seriously?
I'll take both seriously. I'll consider what they're saying and see if it's true or
If you
not.
had to
Which one would
choose-
you, if you had to choose,
you had to choose,
whose
which one?
critique would you take more seriously, the man or the woman's? Just out of curiosity.
Mm.
Final choice. Guy or girl?
I feel the girls take more details of everything, so they're better at giving criticism.
Okay.
But like in a good way.
So you take the criticism more from the girl.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you? Whose criticism would you take more seriously? Your guy counterpart or your female counterpart?
Yeah, I would take a woman because a guy, I just feel like
Merch.
be like mostly nonchalant and just like
But didn't you say earlier that women are less honest with criticizing each other?
they are, but I feel like when you do ask a woman for their honest opinion, they will honestly tell you. But
Really?
Yeah, I do feel like that.
Okay, contradiction, but okay. What about you?
I would really say neither, but if I had to choose one, I would say a woman. But again, it depends on the relationship.
Okay, contradicted yourself as well. What about you?
Yeah.
A woman.
A woman.
I think
Why?
guys never know anything.
Yeah. We notice like the little details.
Yeah, they're not paying attention.
Interesting. What about you?
The man.
Why the man?
Because they know they have a different outlook on things. It's different from a woman's outlook that's always looking at a certain thing. You need somebody with a different eye, a different view to look at it, to look at what's going on and give another opinion.
Okay.
But
what
that
about
depends on the man.
It does depend on the man.
Okay.
you? Well, assuming they're equal.
Yeah.
You would take the man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Assuming both are equal. You're saying the woman though, right? Okay. What about you? You get a criticism from a man or a woman. Who would you listen to more?
Neither.
I knew that was
Yep.
coming. So you will not listen to criticism from anybody.
Unless it was intellectual, you know.
Okay, let's
If
assume it's intellectual
yeah,
then.
Like if it wasn't like body based, yeah, I would take both. But I just think this is a stupid conversation, to be honest.
Well, I mean, if you don't like it, you can always get up and leave.
I would love to.
Then get the fuck out of here. I mean, it's very simple. Like, you're not
Wow.
gonna disrespect the platform, dude. Like, get the fuck out of
But
here.
you can disrespect me.
Well, here's the thing: we're asking pretty easy questions. You don't know how to answer them because you're triggered, and that's fine. But
I'm
you
no.
can leave.
I just feel very disrespected. I don't think it's very nice.
How,
All right, well,
nigga?
all right, we'll just
Chill.
yeah, we're-
Emotional damage.
It's fine. You're just acting.
I mean, like not change. I'm acting like what?
No. You're just being emotional at this point. I don't really care. Just get the fuck out of here.
Take it earlier.
Just
No,
leave.
because like my
There's no negotiating
beliefs- My
anymore.
beliefs were like laughed
No.
at. My like.
Dude, you said you're an eclectic witch. Like, come on, man. Let's operate in reality here.
Do you know what a witch is? It's someone who celebrates.
All right, put a
the-
spell on me. Get the fuck out of here. I don't care. Just leave. Just leave. There's no negotiating anymore. I've made my decision. Just get out of
You
here.
embarrass yourself. More than
I
anything.
embarrass myself. Yes, I think you're embarrassing yourself right now.
I'm not.
You definitely are. Just yeah, they'll help you get out. Just walk that way. Yep. Frank Castle. We got some more
Yeah,
space
man,
now
we
too.
just-
They'll give you your phone and everything else like that. Just get your stuff and make it quick. Get out of here quickly, guys. Okay. All right. That was fantastic. Fresh, you got this. Go ahead.
Still trying to get in.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, we'll adjust.
You good too? You good?
closer.
Yeah, we'll put one on the mics down.
We've got more room now.
Okay, so where were we here? Oh, you get criticism from a guy or a girl. Whose advice are you taking more seriously?
I'm going for the guys.
You're going for the guys?
Definitely.
Why the guys?
Well, as it is, I was saying women are already not genuine with each other.
Mhm.
I believe like we lie to each other because we don't want to hurt each other's feelings.
Yeah,
We're
So
too
we
emotional.
worry too much about how they're gonna feel about what we're gonna say, so we don't say it.
Mhm.
And men, they don't fuck around with that shit. Maybe they're not as detailed as women, you know. Okay, I get that part. But when it comes to critiques, I don't see why a guy is gonna lie as much or feel as bad, or I feel it's gonna come out a little more
Genuine.
like it's supposed to be versus the female. The female, I really don't feel like she's gonna be really 100% honest with me.
Okay.
And what I believe too, real
Oh,
quick, I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
I believe that women see more of what's wrong, and the men just see it. You want to know what a man sees, because a man's not going to see all X, Y, and Z of what a girl sees, because we're very meticulous, we're very picky.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We pick everything apart. A
Mhm.
man's gonna be like, "You look great," or "You're good," and you're like, "All right, so they don't see that this is fucked up here on
Yeah.
the side,
Yeah.
right? I'm gonna tuck this
They
in,
look at the
nobody
things that are
knows."
pertinent, is what you're
Yeah.
saying. Okay. What about you? Would you listen to a man or a woman's critique more, assuming both are equal?
I'll definitely I'll listen to the man.
Okay.
Just because sometimes women are also like jealous, and like they might want to say like, "Oh, you look great,"
Mhm.
and then you looking crazy, looking dusty.
Okay.
You know, and just to like
But that's
so
a
that
fake
they
friend
look
right there.
better than you.
Interesting. Okay.
And
good.
that's true.
That's an interesting
That's a
point.
fake
What
friend.
about you?
Yeah.
That's a
I would take the man's critique because they're a little more blunt
Okay.
because they don't really again
Sugarcoat,
see
yeah.
things, so they don't sugarcoat when something is wrong.
Okay.
And women are like a little more detailed, a little more, they cover more of the truth, not to hurt your feelings, and
What about you, man or woman? If they give you a critique,
Well, first of all, I think you're confusing being honest to each other with being disrespectful. Like, I will be honest to my friend. If she asks me for an advice or a critique, I wouldn't be telling other women if I feel that something's wrong with her unless she asks me, and I'm going to be honest about it. Now, I will take the woman critique, my friend critique, because I surround myself with good women, with good friends, and that's what I'm going to take. I'm going to take what I feel is going to work for me and improve myself.
But-
Whatever doesn't work for me, I'm just going to let her with her opinion, and she's my friend. I'm not going to be mad at her for her.
but wouldn't it be
Right.
fair to say that how you interpret respect or disrespect is subjective to you?
Probably. And
Okay.
I
So
act
wouldn't-
how I feel. If I feel that if I don't like a random woman telling me what she doesn't like about me, I'm not going to do that to any other woman. So
Okay,
that's how I act.
But you're
How-
missing the point here. How you feel versus what's real are two different things. And what I've come to realize from talking with women in general is women care more about who says it and how it's said versus what is said. So in other words, you guys are more concerned with tone, who's telling you, versus is it true or not.
I'm concerned about who is telling me that, because that's gonna be important for me. If my friend is telling me something, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna think about it. Maybe she's right, and
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna try to improve it. But if a random girl goes and tell me, you're this, and I'm like,
But what if it's true though? Why does it matter? Why does it matter who says it? Because see, you're using, well, if it's disrespectful, well, you feeling disrespected and actually being disrespected are two different things. Does that make sense?
yeah, it might be true, but it's gonna be more important for me if my friend tells me that a random girl.
Can
You get
I?
me?
Can
So
I
you're
ask-
more concerned with who gives you the advice versus the
I
content of the
don't
advice.
give an F if another girl's telling me something. I'm gonna give the importance of my
That's
friend
very
telling me
interesting.
something.
What if your friend isn't going to tell you the truth?
Yeah.
Because she's your friend.
Yeah.
I don't surround myself with
Fake people.
fake people. So
Mhm.
Well, can I just say something? Can I just
have
say
been
something?
around fake people. Not get me wrong. We all have experienced that. But
Yeah.
right now, I'm not allowing those type of people in my life.
I feel like
Interesting.
with dudes, we almost lie about everything just to get some puss. Like guys would lie about anything and everything just to get what they want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's just the way it is. So if you have a guy that's actually honest with you, like about how you look, your appearance, or how well you or lack thereof doing in life, then he's probably either like in the friend zone already, a boyfriend of a long-term serious relationship, and he's comfortable to say that. But like a free agent, like a free dude just out there, like just doing his thing,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna lie to you like 95% of the time to get what he wants.
Like the girl
That's just how it is.
Just now.
You're
Sorry,
perfect.
Just bro. I tried. I try to keep it here.
Yeah.
Go
So
with TikTok, bro. I'll work from there.
yeah, no, I just find it interesting how like for you were looking at it like, well, the person that says it is very influential, and then if I feel disrespected, but I always find it interesting how women will prioritize how they feel, right, from getting the information versus the content of the information. And I think that's one of the biggest differences between men and women is that, like, men, if the information is solid and you need to accept it, we're more likely to accept it versus women aren't, because
That's true.
you guys are in a privileged position where no matter how you behave, you're still going to be treated well. Versus as a man, reality
No.
will smack you in the face
Yes,
for being
sir.
a loser.
But why would I care? Why would I care what you think about me if I don't know you?
Because it might
Why
be true.
Might be true.
Yeah, but I'm going to take it serious because I don't know you. I don't care what you think about me.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, women are more concerned with who says it and how it's said versus what is said. Do you see the difference? What I'm trying to explain here?
Yeah, of course.
So-
but it's also important how you say it.
Is it really though? If I tell you 1 + 1 is 2 versus 1 + 1 is fucking 2, does it not change the fact that it's still 2?
Yeah.
It's
no,
still a
it
fact.
doesn't. It's still a fact. yeah.
Okay, so if I say the sky's blue versus the sky's fucking blue, it doesn't
But
change
it's gonna.
change it.
It's
But that's
not
what I'm trying
gonna
to say.
change.
Women are more concerned with it being with me saying
We're
it's fucking
concerned
blue.
about everything. To
That's
be
the
honest,
issue.
we
Yeah.
take in consideration everything.
But that's an issue. And I think that's
In
why
my
so many
opinion-
women are not willing to self-improve and become better women, because they think I need to get it in a certain way. I need it packaged in a certain way. And the world doesn't operate like that. No one
Not
cares about your
really.
feelings.
Like, dude, a perfect example of that is like
Yeah.
the body positivity movement that's going on. Yeah.
Yeah. There you
Like women, it's okay to be fat. Like, you're beautiful. You go, girl. Like, you look great. You're shining.
Yep.
But a fat dude has no place in society. He just gets shunned, made fun of, ridiculed. Where do you see fat dudes on modeling magazines or like billboards or whatever? But there's
Nowhere.
fat women now everywhere, all over like billboards, magazines,
Never
and they're
thought of
made to be like respected and like treated like the same as like fit and regular people.
Yeah.
It's like, fact of the matter is, you're fat, you're obese. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And like, it's not healthy. But women can somehow get away with it. But men, you know, if you're a fat dude or you're a short dude or you're a broke dude,
Yeah.
you're fucked.
And I don't mean to pick on you, but
True.
your answer is very indicative of how women think. Is that, yo, I don't want to. I'm more concerned with how something is said to me versus what is said to me. And I think
No.
that's an issue because we have to prioritize your feelings when relaying information.
That's not what I'm saying.
It's quite literally what you
no,
just said.
what I'm saying is I'm not gonna let what you tell me affect me. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. I don't know.
But you don't see the flaw in the logic there.
What was that?
You don't care if it's true or not. You care
I
about
do
you-
care. I'm just not gonna take it wrong. Like
She won't take it serious.
I won't take it serious. That's my
But-
point.
but he
And
ju-
you might be true. You might
But
have.
he's saying to help yourself. If it might be true, why not just take it?
I can take
Doesn't
it.
matter
It's
who's
just
saying
gonna-
it.
It's just not gonna affect me. I can take it, but it's just not gonna affect me.
So you can't take it.
So you can't take it.
But why would it affect me emotionally? Why?
You had something? Go ahead. You were trying to say
Yeah.
something? Go ahead.
I want to elaborate on what he was saying. He was saying that males are often more criticized for being fat than women are.
Mhm.
But in reality, both men are seen as football players. Oh, you just got the physique for a football player. There was a song that came on TikTok that is like, I want a thick boy.
Yeah.
Raises the self-esteem of fat boys, big boys, or whatever you want to name it. And women throughout history have always been shamed and called names. Oh, your skirt is too short. Your skirt is too long. Your hair is too short. Your hair is always something. And mostly it's coming from women because men in society put women against women.
And I can point out something
Whoa.
We put women against women?
I didn't say you.
No. I said men in general.
I said the society of men because there was patriarchy before.
Patriarchy?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So women criticize women. Are just out of curiosity, are women adults?
Not all of them.
Okay. Are they not capable of making their own decisions?
They're influenced by how they grew up, their experiences in society.
Okay, so are women incompetent morons that don't deserve to be have equal rights then?
All women should have equal rights.
Exactly. So they're equal members of society, correct?
Correct.
Capable of making their own decisions.
Correct.
So if they make fun of another woman, it'd be fair to say that they decided to do that versus society oppressing them and making them make fun of other women.
Again, it's based on what they experienced, what they were taught, what they're seeing.
So their back. So you're saying the way they behave is influenced by their background, and they shouldn't deal with consequences of that.
And life lessons. They should deal with the consequences of their actions. That's how we learn as humans, not only
Exactly.
women, but men as well.
But for you to say see how it doesn't make sense how you're saying men are the ones that are responsible for women criticizing each other. It doesn't make sense. Women are adults that can have their own agency. They're responsible for what they do and what they say. You can't have equality and then not, have equality, get all the rights and privileges, then go ahead and say, no, it's not our fault. It's men's fault that we criticize each other. That doesn't make sense.
So I'm gonna say a little background story of why I think how I think. I was raised and
Back in time. Let's go.
Go ahead. Give us the background on why you're delusional. Go ahead.
my dad is 70 years old and I'm not delusional. And he is very harsh. He criticizes women like, you're a bartender, you're a slut. My sister wanted to be a bartender. He was slut shaming my sister.
Okay.
Being a bartender
Really?
doesn't necessarily mean that.
Okay.
So how my sister see other women, she's a little girl. She's not a little girl. She's 16. But you get what I mean. Is based on other people's views.
Okay.
Her experiences will influence how she see other women. Because men, in this case, my dad has been calling women names. Now I see it differently because I already have life experiences. So I have my own view. But growing up, until you actually have an experience, you believe what other people say.
So you're saying that your sister was influenced by your father saying, why you want to be a bartender? That's a slut.
Correct.
Okay. Question for you. Bartenders, a lot of times that are at the club, how are they dressed?
It depends on where you're bartending.
Okay. If you're dressed at a club, right? Higher end, whatever it may be, or even a dive bar, how typically what is the dress code that they typically make bartenders wear?
I wouldn't know because I'm not there.
You've never been to a club before?
I've been to a club, but the bartender was a guy.
Okay. So you've never been to a club where a woman is the bartender?
No.
Well, let us tell you.
Let us tell you. Most of the time.
Keep being revealing.
There you go.
Slutty.
Thank you.
Oh, actually, she could tell us.
Slutty.
Pretty much cleavage, booty
Cleavage,
short.
ass.
Okay.
You gotta
So-
be attracted to the
Fishing
male
net.
customers.
Thank
But
you.
what makes you a
men are
slut? You're
stupid.
not really.
No,
Hold on.
We said
We didn't say
they
that.
They dress
We didn't say that.
slutty,
Okay.
not that they are.
Now, with that said, you have to dress a certain way at the bar, correct? Now, what do you think the average guy's going to think when he sees a woman sexualizing herself,
I'm gonna buy more drinks.
right?
But throw money
what,
at her.
what does he think? What does he think about that woman in general when he sees her sexualizing herself?
She has the right over her body. I don't.
Okay, that's fine. She has the right over her body, but let's get out of your feelings for 2 seconds. What does the average man think when he sees a woman dressed like that?
I wouldn't know. I'm not a man.
Okay, I'll answer it for you. He's going to objectify her. A woman cannot be objectified unless she objectifies herself first. If a woman sexualizes herself, men in response a lot of the times are going to reciprocate by sexualizing her and not giving her a certain level of respect. This is why, since the beginning of time, all societies have covered up women. They've done things to keep women modest, etc., because the human psyche is what it is, and it's been like that for millennia. When men see women objectify themselves, they in turn are going to objectify the woman. So in reality, it's not that your father is saying those women are sluts. He's protecting his daughter and telling her, if you go out into the world a certain way, the world is going to view you a certain way, and I didn't raise you that way. I want people to respect my daughter. So if anything, he's setting her up for reality. Here's what I'm going to tell you. You are within your prerogative to dress however you want, act however you want, but you are also, at the same time, going to deal with consequences of your actions. If you sexualize yourself, be prepared for society to sexualize you back. And here's the other thing too. No one cares to understand. If you are dressed like a slut, if you behave like a slut, if you sound like a slut, people are going to assume you're a slut, even if you're not.
Yep.
So all I'm saying is you have the right to dress however you want, but you cannot control how people are going to perceive you based on how you dress. Freedom comes with consequences and the realities that come with it.
Okay, I have a question.
Perfect.
Why when a girl shows a little bit more skin, she's labeled as a slut, talks like a slut, moves like a slut, but guys, we don't use the term slut for guys.
Because men are slut makers.
Yeah. Also, as well, who's calling her a slut?
Men and women,
But
both.
mainly who?
Men.
No, it's women.
Women.
You said it earlier, women criticize each other.
You know why? If a guy
Men
calls you a
criticize
slut,
each other
he's going to be chastised. For example, here in the room, right? Each of you have a different job or career, right? For example, she's a bartender. Did we call her a slut? No. However, the perception might be that. But we're just saying, off rip, you can do whatever you want to do. That's all we're saying.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how the world works. Like, people are always going to judge a book by its cover.
Perception, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hope we can change the world.
For example,
Peace,
if you go
2020.
out there as a dude and you're always wearing singlets and you got tattoos and muscles, people are going to think you're a douche. You know, you're aggressive, you're cocky, you're arrogant. But that's just, you know, if you're tough enough to know like who you are within yourself, then that shit doesn't really matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people's opinions and comments don't mean shit. It's who you are in here, and what you project to the world. So the outer shell is just that. So I feel like personally, like women shouldn't get offended by the things that mostly other women say to them, like slut shaming. I think that's mostly from women. The only men that kind of do that are just weak men and simps. You know, that put down women like that, like truly. So I feel like when women get those kind of like backhanded comments from other women, then just, you know, just simply just ignore it, because it's all bullshit. You know, if men can move past like criticism and work around it and then build themselves and become better, then surely why can't women do the same?
And there goes quit.
You know, take it on the chin and just move forward.
You got a point?
Well, yeah, we'll kill the Twitch, guys. Come on over to YouTube and Rumble. We're going to
Come
kill
on, guys.
Twitch and Facebook, okay? Because we can't say something.
You had a point?
Go ahead. You say something?
I just feel like do we still live in a world where bitches still where women still like criticize other women? Like, you have like immature girls that are little dumb bitches, and then you have real women. You have real women who don't do that. I know me for instance, I will tell a woman in a bathroom in a nightclub that she's gorgeous. Oh, your hair's a little messed up. Let me fix you. Oh, let me fix your lip liner. Like, let me help you. You know what I mean? Let me help you. And I've received that same out, and I have not seen that behavior of women being like that in many years, like a very long time.
I think nowadays they don't do it to your face; they do it behind your back. And most often,
But that's how it is with women. That's how they've been. But they used to do it in front of your face too. I feel like there's a small percentage now of women who are doing it behind your back.
Yeah, and 1970s.
It might be the younger generation.
Yeah, but it's the younger generations that are doing it. Like, I don't know anybody like late 20s all the way up that are doing it. I know.
Oh, I know a lot. I know a lot in their 30s, in the 40s, even in their
I don't.
60s. Actually, my mom's age.
Mm.
A lot of women that
I mean,
are still doing that.
Older
and
ladies
still,
gossip all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes,
come on,
they
they
do.
grab their tea, they
Gossip.
sit at the
Yes, they
table,
do.
they
And
gossip more than younger
But
girls.
I think nowadays, because with the rise of technology, it's more like group chats. For example, WhatsApp group chats, text group chats, Snapchat. It's more like, okay, you know what? That bitch at the table, she's weird. Haha, that's so true. They'll say to your face.
I see a lot of men commenting on women, talking more shit about women in DMs and chats and comments all the time.
Those are weak
A
men.
lot of
Those are weak
women
men.
are
But you know
not
what's funny?
doing that.
They can't say it orally though, but you can.
What do you mean?
They can't say it like, for example, not online. They can say it like, for example, most men will comment, but they can't say it in person.
Oh, and that's everyone that's on the computer.
Nah, girls will say it to well,
No, there's a lot
if they
of
want to shame you, they'll say it though.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
example, she's a slut. Okay,
Yeah.
don't talk to her.
Yeah, the problem is with women too, that women, they really like each other. And when they like something from another girl, instead of saying it, they start hating on each other. Like, why the
That's
fuck she
true.
wearing that?
That's
Like,
true.
oh my God, look at her. Look at her hair. Look at whatever.
But hold
And
on.
reality is you like that
But
shit,
do you
but
know
you
what?
don't know how to tell
Do
her
you know
that you
what?
like it.
Competition. You guys
Yeah.
compete, you don't even know it.
But
For
what's the
example,
competition? I mean, we all women and we all got our own glow. So
see,
then,
you are mature to say it that way. Most women don't. For example, all right,
definitely.
hot chick walks in. Oh, she might take my man. She's a slut. Off rip. Because once again,
Exactly.
competition's there no matter what. So I'm just saying, ladies, at the end of the day, if someone tells you the truth, take it for what it is. However, if you don't care with that person, I get it, but still, the truth is the truth, no matter who says it. That's all we're saying here.
I mean, I think the main takeaways here is that women in general don't do well with criticism. I mean, that's why we did that exercise, and all of you were extremely uncomfortable when we did it, and that's a reason for that, right? Because women typically are more covert with the way they communicate, right? There's a reason why a girl walks in a room and that bitch looked at me this way. Well, she didn't tell you that she doesn't like you. She just looked at you a certain way, and you were able to immediately detect it like that. Versus your guy probably didn't realize that. So women are covert in communication. This has been proven by science, right? So women don't take criticism that well. That's just what I've realized from being on the show, interviewing almost 2,000 y'all, right? And then the second thing is, I would say women criticize each other more than men do, and they slut shame each other more than men do. Because men, if I call a girl a slut openly, typically I'm going to deal with some kind of consequence. I could lose my job, be labeled a misogynist, an asshole, whatever. One of these terms that will make you look bad. So women, if anything, shame each other. And then for you to say, oh, well, women shame each other because men taught them how to do it. I don't know
didn't
about that.
say
I mean,
men, I said
I think women are adults and they can make their own decisions. I know you gave the one-off example of your sister, like her wanting to be a bartender, and your dad gave her that example. But I would think your dad gave really sound advice, because what he said was, I don't want my daughter to be objectified by men, because men understand how the world really works. Because if a man isn't adequate, we deal with consequences. You guys don't. You can be saved if you're a dumb bimbo. You can't be saved if you're a dumb man. That's the reality. A woman has the privilege of being incompetent. She can be stupid, not have any skill sets, be young, attractive, and find a millionaire. A man, on the other hand, he ain't gonna make $1 million unless he's competent.
Yeah.
There is no, like a girl literally came on the panel and said, I'm an eclectic witch. I'm a witch. What the fuck is going on? And got mad when people laughed. But got mad when people laughed. If I get one on a podcast and said,
and now she thought I was like,
that shit was awkward, man. Jesus Christ.
I said,
oh, man.
oh, guys, I'm an eclectic witch. Y'all would laugh at me. Bro. I'd get made fun of, and I deservedly so. But men, like I said before, are always held to a standard. Women aren't. They can say crazy shit.
Pretty much.
Make no sense, and nobody cares.
Yo, I'm a lawnmower.
Dude, imagine you just started spinning that witchcraft bullshit. Like, everyone would be laughing at you. But because if a chick does it, everyone's kind of like,
Yeah.
Everyone will be quiet, you know?
And then the other thing, too, that I noticed, I don't know if y'all caught it, she said, oh my God, that's disrespectful, blah, blah, blah. Like, her own reaction to our reaction is indicative that she's shocked that people are laughing at her situation, because no one has ever checked her.
She couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
She was like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah. Her responses.
If anything, I feel bad for her. You know what I mean? I'm just like,
and a lot of girls walk around like that.
Listen to what you're saying,
bro. You called it.
Listen to what you're saying.
When guys meet her, what do? They want to smash.
No shit.
Oh, you're beautiful. You're a witch. I love that. Let me smash now.
Yeah,
it happens all the time. Yeah.
So
Did
anyway,
you get her number?
No, I don't think I will. No.
I thought that was your girl.
You want to hear?
I was just putting it on for the camera, really. Like the witchcraft shit kind of creeped me out. I'm not gonna lie.
She's gonna find you anyhow. She's
So
a
I told her
witch.
in front, I was like, yo, you missed a chance with Chatsbra. She's like, oh, I'll find them.
Oh my god.
She's gonna find you.
Well, I'm only here for 1 day, so I'll be out real quick. Don't
she'll
worry.
cast a spell on you, man.
Just got 1 day to find you, man.
And ladies, anybody have anything that they wanted to say? I want to make sure it's open to thing. But in general, those are my observations from talking and dealing with women, is that women don't take criticism well. They speak covertly. They're not necessarily overt with their criticisms because they can't be. And I don't think women deal with the same consequences of their inadequacy like men do. I mean, a girl can be saved, a man can't.
No, I was just gonna say we're emotional creatures, so I don't know. That makes a big difference.
Well, here's another thing. Well, when a man's emotional, they go to prison a lot of times. You look at prison, it's filled with a bunch of emotional idiots that couldn't control themselves, right?
Yeah.
So I would say being emotional isn't necessarily a good thing. I would say it's actually a weakness.
For men, it is. I
Yeah,
feel
it's a huge- yeah.
Like emotional men are mostly like killers, dude, and like fucking bombers and just like school shooters. Yeah, like they're psychopaths.
You know?
Yeah.
Because they got no way to vent or like let it out. You know?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, I mean, women are emotional. They just don't deal with the consequences. I mean, like, think about, like, they found this that lesbian couples have the highest rates of domestic violence.
What?
Highest rates, yeah.
100%.
I didn't know that one. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Way more. But again, like, women serve 66% less time for the same offenses as men. So again, even in the criminal justice system, they don't serve the
a
same
woman
consequences.
Can bash a woman and it could be domestic violence, but she'll only get like a fraction of the sentence than if a little weak man was to also bash a woman. Let's not use a big dude as an example.
If you
'cause
slap a
they
chick,
always
he
get-
would, statistically speaking, he has a higher chance of serving more time.
What if a huge 6'5" Tongan woman just slapped me? Am I in my own right to
They'll
like
say-
like protect myself? Like,
they'll
push
be
off
like,
me?
"Just, bro, you
Or
go to the
am I a bad
Yo.
person for doing it? You know what I mean? Like,
Bro, it is so bad. If a woman calls the police instead of you hit her, even though you didn't do it, you're getting arrested, bro.
no shit.
It's that bad.
I know plenty of
I don't-
guys in that situation.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
No, they usually arrest both of them.
Yeah.
They usually
they have
they
that
arrest-
No,
they
no,
arrest
In
both
what
of
world?
them.
In what world?
In
Are
New
we
York,
talking
they
about
do for sure.
New York.
New
well,
York
we here in
and
Miami.
Philly,
In
for
Miami,
sure.
we
If the
don't work
police
that
are
way.
bothered enough to like really dig deep in the case, and if
Yeah.
like they're trying to get like the girl to like the witness stand to say something, she's not cooperating, then yeah, they could probably send her like a subpoena to make her come to court, because a lot of the times women do lie, but for most of the times I've seen them just get off scotch free, and the guys there left to pick up the fucking pieces. You know what I'm saying? So,
I see where you're coming from, that they arrest them a lot of the times, but when the police show up on scene, they presume the man is the aggressor
All the
most of the time.
time. Yeah. All the time.
And then unless the man can demonstrate and prove that the woman was the aggressor with some kind of visible injuries, a lot of the time the man is going to be presumed to be the aggressor. So The only time I've seen it where they arrest both is if the man is able to show injuries.
Visibly injured.
If they both have
And
injuries,
Yeah.
especially in
if
New
they
York,
do
those
then
both
they'll
have
do it.
violent
injuries,
as
they'll
fuck.
take them both.
Yeah.
In New
But-
York, those girls.
But I think the main takeaway is that the man is always presumed as the aggressor. That's just the way it is because women are the weaker gender.
I'm on the
physically.
like, you got a point. In New York, they're mad aggressive. So that might actually be true.
And-
That might actually be true. What up? What up, nigga?
Okay.
What up, nigga?
Women are just more dramatic as well because talking about emotion, I actually think that men are more emotional than women. They just act different about certain things.
I have to agree with that.
Women
I also
women are
agree.
just more dramatic and we just add more to it. And don't forget we get a cycle, we get a
Because you
period.
drive us
we involve
crazy,
all
that's
that.
why.
I know what we
Women
do.
drive us crazy, so we have to, you know, sometimes.
But in reality, women don't tend to look at that. And men, I believe that men suffer more than women when it comes to certain shit. It's just
Because they
like I
can't
said.
vent.
We suffer
Right.
exactly.
We hold it in.
We can't
Right,
vent.
we're
They
just
can't
built
vent with each
different, and then men don't know how to react to
If we
it. So,
go- if
so
we-
when they're hurt or the girl did something, they're gonna cheat.
We no,
They're
no.
gonna try to
Or
get
when
away.
they
They're
have to-
looking for an escape.
I don't think it's not nothing to do
Just
with that.
but
I think
it's-
we
Or
just
how
have
they
to
do
find
vent,
a way
they
to
throw the
deal
girl
with it
onto the wall.
without bringing out the emotions and putting it on other people. That's a part of being a man. Like
You need therapy.
you know what I mean? Like shit. Like
The
we-
gym.
Like I mean, yeah,
Therapy.
the gym, just physical therapy,
Right.
meditating, yoga. You know, just little things like that. And I feel like men can be emotional, but it's always in private. It's never around anyone.
Right.
Never around women.
Maybe
Never.
maybe your boys, maybe.
Sometimes around your homies.
Maybe.
Sometimes
Maybe.
if you're very comfortable, but around
Yeah.
women, hell no.
Yeah.
I mean, one time I cried in front of my mum when I was like 18, and then the first thing she said to me, she's like, "Don't fucking cry. Men don't cry."
Society.
Hard, stubborn
I
Russian
think it's
woman.
because
The
you don't,
first-
want- you
First
don't
thing
want
she
us
said to me,
think
"Don't you
you're
dare
weak.
cry in front of a woman." You can
Damn.
cry in front of
Keep
me,
it
but
real.
don't-
That's good advice, though.
fair.
That's good advice. You can't cry in front of your
You
girl.
need a
Yeah.
release.
No.
Because you don't know how much
Okay,
you're gonna
and
take it.
why can't you cry in front of your girl? Like,
Yeah, why
that
she
makes you
wouldn't
weak.
expect
That
you
makes
That
you
shows
Oh, there we
love.
go.
That
Well,
That
shows
makes you a
love.
There we
weak
go.
man.
No, that
just
shows
one.
love.
We don't know how she's gonna take it. Like for example, she might be cool with it, but you might not be. So rather than risk my relationship with this woman, I'm just gonna do it in private, fix it, and say, "Yo, babe, let's go on vacation."
Well,
Then what type of
you don't
relationship
trust
do you
her.
have then?
You don't
What type of
trust her.
relationship do you have?
No,
that
no,
you can't cry in front of this
we
woman?
can discuss problems, but crying in front of my girl for what? I'm supposed to be her rock. Why am I gonna cry like a little bitch?
No, she's
You're
supposed to be
supposed
your
to be
rock
each
too.
other's
The woman
rock.
does the man, and the man does the
Bro,
woman. This
bro.
goes vice Yeah. versa.
Okay, you see how
We're not
hold
even
on.
back in those times where we're leaving
Hold
it
on.
all up to the man.
you can handle it, right?
For sure.
But that doesn't mean everyone can. So why would I do that to myself and you?
I think it depends
Well,
on
if
the
you're
woman.
dating them, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So then how do you really have a solid relationship
Once again,
if you
she mentioned
can't
it, right?
cry in front
Women
of your
are
woman?
emotional. So off rip, right? I might cry to you today, you're cool with it. Tomorrow, you know what? You've been doing some dumb shit. I don't like it that much. You start crying now? Oh no, you a bitch.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this.
No,
my
that's
baby
bipolar.
daddy, my,
That's
my
bipolar.
baby daddy is that other person that's lingering around there, right? And his mom passed and he didn't cry. I was like, that's sus.
That's different.
You
Though.
have kids?
That's different. Though. I mean,
yeah, we have a boy and a girl. Like,
I mean, but
why you ain't crying?
that's different. I'm talking about like, for example, oh, I can't pay the bills, babe. Oh my god.
That's some weak ass man.
Yeah,
Anybody
you
want a man like that?
cry
But that's
for
what I'm
the
saying.
bills.
That type of shit is like not cool.
Who?
But-
like,
But are you that?
You can't cry over money.
That's a type of guy.
Yeah, that
Bro.
That is
No.
a type of guy.
Most
Oh my
women
God,
want guys to be
baby, I
emotional
can't-
like that
What?
though. About everything.
Excuse me?
Most women want that though. Like, babe, tell me all
Most
your
women
issues.
want that?
Tell me all your issues, babe.
No.
I'm your rock. For what?
No, not most women don't
supposed to
want
be the
that.
opposite.
Like, no, most women don't want that. I don't want that.
We're meant to be in tune with their emotions. That means a lot.
There's a time and place.
Are you in
not
tune
all
with
the
your
time.
emotions?
Of course not.
Do you consider yourself a man? Do you cry?
No.
Have you ever cried?
No.
Ever?
That's a lie.
I'll take it back. I'll tell you when I cried. I cried when
If you say Lion King,
No,
I'm gonna throw this
no.
water at you.
I
Spit it out,
cried watching anime. Not gonna lie.
Oh,
Yeah. That's what about. Yeah.
All right,
Shut
ladies,
here.
you know what? Let's just use some logical, deductive problem solving because right now you guys are responding with your emotions. You look at it like it's ludicrous. How could you not cry in front of your girl, etc.? All right, let's go one by one with this. 1 + 1 = 2. Would it be fair to say what is the number one thing that women look for in a man? Shoot.
what is an?
What is the number one thing a woman looks for in a man?
I would say loyalty.
Okay.
Comfort.
Okay.
Ambitious.
Okay.
Emotional and financial security. That's
Okay.
That's what I was.
What about you?
Me personally, or just in general?
In general, what is the number one thing women look for in a man?
Money.
Okay.
do.
This all has a root cause of something. What was that?
Emotional support and like safety. As well.
Interesting. Okay.
I would say security in
Okay.
like every type of way.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I would say stability.
Okay.
Trust.
Okay. So all of your answers to some degree was rooted in the term security. All right. That's typically what women look for, especially in a long-term relationship, right? That's why women want to get married. They want a guy that makes more money than them. They want a guy that's taller than them, stronger than them. These are all traits that will provide you what? Long-term security. Fair to say that that's the number one thing for a woman?
Yeah.
Okay. What does crying display? I'll answer it for you. In potential inability to provide said security. So let's look at this objectively speaking. If we know most women look for security in a man, and I do something that displays my inability to potentially provide that, aren't I hurting myself?
No.
No.
Oh, stop. Realistically speaking, yes, I am. You guys might say, no, you're not. But objectively speaking, I am. Now, what I'm doing is I'm basically opening up Pandora's box and seeing how you're going to respond to it. Well, we already discussed this earlier. Women are emotional and erratic creatures. Depending on how she feels that day, at that moment, when I decide to open up Pandora's box and cry, she might not respond well to it. Why? Because when I cry, I'm showing her, hey, I'm showing you a moment of weakness where I might not be able to provide you your biological hardwired want, security. So what I tell men is, you got to deal with what is, not what you should do. Maybe you should cry in front of your girl. Maybe you should open up to her. But what I do know is most women want security, and that is going to not be good, and it's a chink in the armor. Why are you going to make life harder for yourself for no fucking reason when it's already hard as fuck to deal with y'all? Most guys struggle with women in the first place.
Yep.
Why are you going to give a woman an ability to disqualify you even further by you crying being soft when it's something that they're hardwired to not like? If a guy's about to marry you and he finds out that you had sex with 1,000 dudes before the wedding day, more than likely he's going to get rid of you, right? He's going to call off the wedding, etc. Because men need to know security in their girl not being a whore, right? Same with y'all. Me crying in front of you could open up Pandora's box and you say, this guy's fucking soft. We brought plenty of girls on this show. They watched their man cry for the first time. It changed their fucking mindset about him.
Yep.
They couldn't respect him anymore. It changed everything. So you might say, I can handle it until it actually happens. You don't know how to adapt to it. So you might be able to handle it. She won't. She might be able to handle it. She won't. So I tell guys general advice, don't cry in front of your girl. Why open up that fucking box?
Well, I think it depends on what type of crying you're talking about.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Whoa, stop.
Within reason.
See, now we're putting a context on it. Well, it depends on what kind of crime, blah, blah, blah. Why even do it?
Okay, so then
tears,
explain to me
4
what I
tears.
just told you. His mom died and you didn't cry. She was the one that raised you and you were like, it was there. It was just him.
He might have cried not in front of you.
Yeah.
What, I mean, I get it. He didn't cry in front of you. So what? He might do it in private with his brother or sister. You
Yeah.
don't know.
So if I don't know that you cried over your mom, we still got a problem in our relationship.
What?
Okay. Again.
Tell me at least.
All right, look,
at least
look,
be like,
look.
I had my moment.
Okay,
But
look.
if I don't know, we having a problem.
That's you.
Because now I'm
That's
here
you.
like, what?
That's you. But other women might appreciate that. He just talked about his mom from Russian background. Some women are callous that, like, if you cry in front of them, they are literally going to lose respect for you.
Yeah.
Typically, what I found is this: the more traditional the woman, the less likely she's going to tolerate you being a bitch. One more time. The more traditional the woman, the more feminine, the more submissive she is, the less tolerant she's going to be of you being a bitch. She's hyper feminine. She wants a man that's hyper masculine. You, I'm not going to lie, you're a fairly masculine woman. You might be able to tolerate it. Most girls aren't, though, that are super feminine and submissive. And Russian women, a lot of times, tend to be more submissive and feminine. They can't tolerate you being weak because you're supposed to be the security. Hey, man, I don't make the rules. I just report them. I tell guys to adapt to how girls think. You disagree? Go ahead. What you were shaking your head.
No.
I mean, I definitely think it's
That's
also.
my opinion.
I definitely think it's also like a bit of a cultural thing as well. I feel like outside of the Western world, it's a lot more intense. So, like Eastern European countries, like we said, Russia, Ukraine, yada yada yada. Like those kind of places, like there's just no room to be a dude that cries and is weak.
Yeah.
You know, like my dad was in the army at 18 without having a choice. You know what I mean? He had to do that, even though he was like highly academic and he wanted to do his studies. I could only go back home to Russia when I was about 30 years old. Otherwise, they would have enlisted me straight in the army. You know what I mean? So shit's real over there. Like we got fucking war going over there, and you think the men are just sitting around crying?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
They're out there fucking fighting, like Ukraine, and like Putin's like throwing bombs on all these other guys. Like shit's wild. There's no room for the men to be weak out there. That just isn't.
And I want to make one distinction too. I'm not saying men shouldn't cry. I'm just saying they shouldn't cry in front of their significant other.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think guys should open up to men that they value and trust in, because a woman isn't going to understand a male struggle. Like we live different existences. We really do. Like men have a much harder life than women do. So me crying, number one, it's strange. And then number two, you won't be able to help me anyway. Why the fuck am I going to open up Pandora's box? I'm going to go cry or let my problems, have my problems open with a guy that can actually give me some advice. So that's why I tell guys in general, it's not a good idea
So
to cry
you're
in front of
saying
your
a
girl.
woman cannot give you an advice?
No.
Probably, it depends. For most things, no.
I feel like women are really good at nurturing. Obviously, like that's their role, like just that feminine energy. It's like not to be underestimated because I feel like when a man's like obviously like hurting, even though he
What
might
type
not
of
show his
girls
emotions.
have you guys dated?
Yeah.
Who hurts you? I hear this comment all the time. Who hurts you?
Let me ask you a question. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Hold on. Let's go into a dream world, okay? Let me ask you a question. Let's imagine that you're on a battlefield, guns going off, fucking crazy shit, right? You're a soldier. Your lieutenant tells you, yo, man, fuck, I don't know what's going on. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What do you think we should do? Give me some advice. How are you going to respond to that?
Your captain, your boss tells you.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what to do. He's
You're
scared.
in the middle of a gunfight.
Uh-huh.
You're in the military. I know this is hard for you to understand because you're a woman. Once again, it proves my point that women can't understand male problems.
Misogyny.
But let's assume that you're a soldier. Yeah, let's assume you're a soldier, right?
Yeah, my
Right?
point.
Yeah, but hold on. I'm going somewhere with this.
Okay.
Let's assume you're in a firefight. You're in a war zone. The lieutenant, your boss,
I know exactly where
is
this is
asking
going.
you. Yeah, he's asking you, what should I do? I need advice. I don't know what's going on here. Are you going to respect that lieutenant when he tells you to do something down the road?
El jefe.
El jefe.
Yeah. Are you going to respect him? Yes or no?
Yes, I would respect him.
Stop the cap. But when the gunfire was going off and he didn't know what to do, he came to you and asked you for advice. So now things are safe now. He's telling you, okay, I need you to do this, do that. Are you going to still have respect for that guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why the fuck?
Anyway. All right. Okay, look. The reality is she's saying that because she doesn't want to be wrong right now because she can see that we'll see the L. The thing is you're not going to respect them because when times were dark, you didn't have a leader. You had to step up and be the leader. So when times are safe, you're not going to respect his opinion anymore because he wasn't able
So
to lead
you're
you.
saying in the
times of
relationship
peril.
you're the leader?
Yes. Men are supposed
What?
to lead. Wait, hold on. Wait. Let me ask you a question. Do you want a man that makes more money than you?
What?
Do you want a man that makes more money than you?
No.
You quite literally said earlier 6 figures and taller than you.
I didn't say 6 figures. Well, yeah, I say money, but it doesn't mean hold on. It doesn't mean that I want him to make more money than me.
Okay.
I want someone ambitious who can be by my side, you know,
Stupid.
doing stuff.
Of
But
course.
it
Ambitious.
doesn't mean
Okay.
yeah.
Ambitious.
Do you want a guy that's taller than you?
Huh?
Do you want a man that's taller than you?
Tall?
Taller than you?
Yeah.
Do you want a guy
Stupid.
stronger than you?
Yeah.
Do you want a guy that makes more money than you or at least equal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Equal.
Do you want a guy that can make decisions?
Yeah.
Sounds to me like you want a leader.
Huh?
I can make my own money, take my own decisions. Doesn't mean that I want a leader.
Okay. Everything you described, the guy. Hold on.
I
Whoa,
don't
whoa,
want,
whoa, whoa,
I don't
whoa.
want someone to lead me. I want someone that's a leader by my
Partner.
side, a partner.
Right. Like, so if he's a leader, we're the followers? Is that what you're saying?
No, no.
That's how the
Apparently.
world works.
Oh,
There has to be. Yo. I don't know if you guys live in
I think
another
follow is the wrong word.
world or
I
whatever.
literally just had this conversation
Like-
with my boyfriend.
Yo, I don't know. Wait, I thought y'all were married. Anyway.
I never said that. You assumed that. I never said
Yeah.
that.
10.
I've been with him 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah, she never really.
Okay. So what I'm saying is that women want a leader. You guys can say whatever you want to say. I want an equal partner, whatever. Women want a leader. They want a guy that's going to make more money than them, taller than them, stronger than them, concise, decisive, etc. You don't want an equal. You want a man. A man is supposed to be a leader. Men are supposed to lead relationships. It's always been that way.
I like a guy that can lead.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's being honest.
There's
It's-
times where I just want to kind of lean back and
Yes.
kind of feel like a woman.
Because
Yeah.
femininity
Yeah.
cannot
Doja
exist.
Cat.
Femininity cannot exist in chaos. And the only way for chaos to be dismantled is for
No.
strong leadership to be there.
But that you have a man that can lead doesn't mean that he's gonna lead the relationship like himself.
Girl,
Not
if you
control.
had like a
That's- I was
manly
waiting to get
man, if
there.
you had like a manly man, and that's your man,
Yep.
No,
You're
everybody.
gonna feel-
I
you're
think
gonna
most
feel
women
like a
should want a
woman.
man that can lead, right?
You're gonna
But that
feel like
doesn't
a
mean I'm
woman.
the follower.
I want a leader,
I'm
not
not
a
a
dictator.
leader.
But-
Hold on. Do you not do you not realize what you just said?
Maybe
I want a
didn't
man
realize.
that can lead, but I'm not going to follow.
But I'm not a follower. No, I'm not a follower.
But you don't want a leader. But you just. But
No,
hold on.
I
You don't
want a man that can lead, but let's not rephrase to me as the follower because I'm not a follower.
Exactly, that's my
It's the
point.
terminology. That's
No.
triggering her.
This is what I'm saying when women don't make sense. For a leader to exist, he must by default have a follower.
Oh, okay, those are our children.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
You are funny.
That mindset right there is why you're single. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, yo, I need the ladies to understand that a masculine man is not gonna sit here and play these dumbass games that you guys are trying to say. Men that are masculine, this is how it is. Take it or fucking leave it. I didn't become successful, make this money, go to the gym, etc. to sit here and debate with you. It's my way or the fucking highway. And women respect that, admire that, and typically want to follow that guy because women know deep down, y'all can't even pick what you want to eat for lunch. You want a man who's going to tell you how it is.
Yep.
That's what it is.
What is this?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
So it's like a new dad? It's like a daddy?
It's not about that. It's about women.
I have my sugar daddies for that.
Okay, look, that's fantastic. The point I'm trying to make is if I lined up 100 women, 95 of them are going to want a man who's masculine, dominant, assertive, doesn't take bullshit, and can lead them.
You're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if 95 of those women want that, I'm describing that. And that guy, to be a leader, has to have certain prerequisites, has to have certain qualities. A lot of them is being stoic, not being a pussy, etc. So you guys could sit here and say, I want an equal partner, whatever. But when I ask you, describe that dream man, he's a superior. You expect a superior to come in and make it a partnership with you? No. There's a leader and a follower. That's how it goes.
That's right. The problem is that the reality is that us women, we have to find a man that is a leader, and then we have to let them think that they're the ones still in command, doing everything and whatever, and we just kind of fall back. That's kind of what we do. We make men think that they're the ones leading so that they can feel good and we can have a good relationship. I think really that's usually how it works.
So while
Not
you're
really,
single,
but okay.
you are definitely funny. You were right.
Yeah.
You're right.
I just find it funny how, like, you guys say you want this guy to have all these traits and then you expect him to come in and not be a leader how do you expect a guy to become successful, have money, be in shape, etc., have all these traits, then come in, deal with you and say, okay, you know what, let's be equal partners. No, he got there by not being equal to everyone else. He got there by being better than everyone else, which is why he's where he's at right now. Like, you guys don't understand that 1 + 1 is 2, not 3. This is how
but
the
I'm
world
not
works.
contradicting that part.
Men
You're right
lead,
about that.
women follow. If you want a leader, by default, that means you are following him.
Okay, or we make it
If you're a
look that
good
way,
leader.
like I said.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what women want, is a leader.
Right.
Not a dictator.
You can be a leader and be a gentleman at the same
Right,
time.
because look, when you
Where did I say don't be a gentleman?
No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm saying you can, because she said something about like us following, kind of like it sounded bad.
dreams that
No, the thing is that you guys didn't like how I phrased it, that the
No.
men lead, women follow. Y'all didn't like that, but that is the truth of how relationships work in a healthy relationship. The man leads, the woman follows. But you guys don't like that because for some odd reason, submission, following is deemed as, oh, I'm a subordinate. I'm less than the man. No, that's how the world works. The woman is supposed to follow her man.
It's the wording behind
It's
it.
the wording. I was just
Right,
about to
right.
say.
That's why
the
I
wording.
fixed it afterwards, and I said
No, there is no fixing.
It
Leader,
is. Well,
follower.
Right, we are. That is what we
Period.
do. They lead, we follow, but we act like we following in order to make them still feel like that leader. Because usually in a lot of relationships, when you live together, when you're in a household, usually the woman is the one taking care of all the bills. She's the one, like all that part. Like the guy goes out and works, right? But nowadays women do it too, equally, you know? But anyhow, when we come home, the one taking care of all the bills and everything that's being paid for, usually is us doing that, right?
Ultimately,
Or is y'all?
I
The
think
meticulous,
I think you're putting it on yourself. We're talking about in general here. Ultimately, though, what works? The man is at a household. He says, yo, I'm going to go out there and work, bring money to the family, and let's have you nurture the home, take care of the home, right? No, that's how it should work.
No,
It's always been like
that's
that.
that's the
It's
only way it
always
works.
been
I'm
like
writing a whole
that.
book on this.
Yeah.
When women have, make their own money, when they're college educated, etc., it drastically increases the divorce rates. Women want a leader overwhelmingly, and this equality, this partnership that y'all are talking about, it doesn't work. Relationships have been at the worst position that they've ever been.
Right now.
As women have become more liberated, made more money, feminism, etc., they've been less and less happy. Relationships have went down the toilet. Marriages have been high. And divorce have been high, and it just doesn't work.
Shut Mark.
Yeah, book coming out very soon. Why women deserve less. I break this all down in detail with studies.
But I think ultimately, right, the problem
Yo,
is that,
send me a
like,
signed copy, Marin.
I got you, bro.
100%. I think women find a guy, right, that's not a leader, and they make him leader, and then they get let down. And as a result, they think, oh, well, you know what? Next guy I meet, I'm gonna lead this shit. And it doesn't work out either way. However, a man that's actually a real man in terms of, for example, he's doing what he needs to do, he's successful, he's leading you the right way. If you don't let him lead, he's gonna leave you. And he won't tell you why. You know what?
You know what?
This
I'm gonna
headache,
give it to you. You're absolutely right.
I'm
He
out.
said it. That's why I'm single. Because when a woman makes money and she can carry her own weight and she could do what it is for herself, then men get scared and they're like, you know, they're like, I can't handle that. I get what you're saying. Intimidated and scared, like I can't handle her.
But the problem is, you won't let the man lead you. That's the problem.
No, hold on. Let me ask a better question. Why should he handle you?
Because I'm worthy of it.
Really?
Of course.
Your goddess.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Why should he handle you at 38 with 2 children when he can go ahead and deal with someone who's 18, no children, doesn't have to handle her, no kids, and quite frankly, is probably a better long-term investment for him for a relationship?
How does that make sense?
Is his kids?
How did that
Because
make sense?
it makes
An
hold on.
18-year-old
Yeah, because men and women are different. Your experience, your income, your status, etc., means nothing to us. We want a woman who's young, feminine, attractive, friendly, that we can have a family with. A woman that's 38, unfortunately, doesn't have the same biological value to create a family that a woman that's 18.
Oh, okay.
This is
So we're
biology.
talking about men looking for children. So like that's something that's different then. That's not definitely not a
I mean,
conversation
18
for me.
18 is an adult.
18 is a kid.
It's an adult.
And
18
40
is
is
a
a granny.
Yeah.
Like if it could be, but say that about your
I don't want a
18-year-old
granny.
daughter. Like,
Hey,
oh yeah, she's 18.
she's
She a
legal?
woman? No, she's 18. Come
18
on.
is an adult.
You do a lot of dumb shit at 18 and even still in your 20s.
I mean, women in 40s, they do a lot of
Okay,
dumb shit
so
too.
here's the thing you
Yeah,
don't
but
understand.
that's when you start maturing, kind of. You know, like
Like
men don't
drinks?
mature till after
Oh!
40.
Drinks? Do you smell better?
Like, but did you not know that men don't mature after 40? Like, men have to wait till 40 to start letting it sink in.
Yeah, but you ain't marrying those guys who's not mature. If guys were broke as fuck, you wouldn't marry them. But if they was rich as fuck, you say, oh, you know what? I got him.
No, but not me.
Of course, you're single.
Oh, well, I'm single, but even if he had all the money in the world, I wouldn't be with that guy. So I said I'm single, but I'm single by choice.
All right, look, again,
He wouldn't be with you.
here's the point I'm trying to make here. I asked you a simple question. Why should a man handle you? You didn't really give a good answer. And what I'm saying is that why should he handle you with all these things that come alongside it when he can go get a younger, more attractive, firmer girl that can give him a family?
Because he doesn't need to handle me. I handle me.
You quite literally said he can't handle me.
No, I mean he can't handle the fact that I have my own shit and I don't depend on him. The moment that men see that a woman don't need a man, that's when they start getting shook.
Who hurt you?
Yo,
Like they're like, wait a minute, she don't need me.
So-
I'm not dealing with her
So-
because she's too much for me.
I mentioned earlier, right? Let's say you found a man that was worth you being with. He was your ideal guy, and he wants to lead you because of your energy and how you move. You won't let him lead you. What is he gonna do? Sit there and debate with you? He's
But I
gonna
never
leave.
said I wouldn't let him lead. I just clearly told you before.
You just said that.
No. I said we act like they're the ones leading. We let you do it. Women
So you're
tend to
pretending
do
then.
that.
You're pretending.
What we have to.
Then you're not letting him.
Let me ask you a question. Let's say you were with a guy and you find out on Saturdays when you're not looking, he wears dresses and he goes out to the club. What would you do?
If I found out
Yeah.
that he wears dresses,
On Saturdays and goes to the club every now and then.
I would ask him which type of dresses, where he get them
No,
from.
realistically
maybe.
speaking, what would you do if you find that out that guy was wearing dresses secretly, going to the club, maybe
Break up
talking
with
to
him.
dudes, whatever
I
it
will
may
have
be?
a conversation with him about
Okay,
it.
more than likely, because you don't want to lose this argument, you would leave him.
Definitely
So
need a
what I'm trying to say is that just like you, I just let him think that. Okay, well, you know what? The guy can go ahead and let you think that he's a man and then dress up on Saturdays. The point is that authenticity is unattractive. Men want naturally feminine women, just like you want a naturally masculine guy. That's just how it goes. Men and women are different. Men are attracted to different things than women are. You're attracted to a guy that has experience, has ambition, has money, assertive, dominant, masculine. Men are not attracted to that. And unfortunately, women that make money, like yourself, a six-figure earner, are assertive, dominant, argumentative, not agreeable,
loud,
interrupt, loud, etc. This is great for making money, being successful. But guess what? Men don't give a shit about that. Why? Because your money is your money. My money is our money. Because the man, when he comes into a relationship, is still expected to be the provider, regardless of how much money the woman makes. So what I'm saying is that your money is useless to me. Just like I came into a relationship with you and I had an extensive handbag collection of Louis Vuitton, that wouldn't benefit you. You would not give a fuck. So we don't give a fuck about your career. That's how it goes. That's why a girl that's 18, 19, 20, 21, she's going to beat out a girl that's 38 with a career every single time because men are attracted to different things.
By the way, guys, this is going amazing, but we need to go to Rumble right now.
Right now?
Yeah.
All right, guys, come on over to Rumble. Does anybody have a disagreement with that or whatever? I know women don't like to hear this, that men and women are different, but yeah, we're attracted to different things.
Men and women are
that's
different
true.
for sure.
Yeah, we're
100%.
Okay.
That's a 2 + 2 = 4.
No, because you guys didn't seem to agree with that before. When I was like, no one cares about your career and masculine women and whatever. It's like when I say this, it's like, well, no, you're just insecure. Why do you want an 18-year-old that's a child? It's like, it's not that.
That's always the rebuttal that
Now,
women
is
will
the
use. Like,
18-year-old wanting you without money?
Come on over to Rumble, guys. Come on over to Rumble. Go ahead. Yeah, you can kill it, Chris.
All right.
Come on over to Rumble. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say now. We can swear.
I mean, I feel like it's a biological thing as well because you know, women around the